Alright legends, welcome along to a new video. Now in this one I want to talk to you about self-care and just getting comfortable and unapologetic about looking after yourself. Putting yourself in number one position. A lot of people in life will kind of give you the runaround and saying that it's a selfish thing to do, and you really shouldn't ever put yourself in the number one position, especially if you're trying to help people. But for me, the mistakes I've made in life is having not put myself first in the past when I really should have done. To jump into this whole back problem thing again, the original injury for that was not helped by the fact that I was constantly running and trying to do other things instead of actually taking the time to put myself in the number one position and relax, chill out, do what was necessary to correct the problem from day one. I was constantly running, shooting videos, trying to start something else. Now, in a way, you could look at that there and you think, well, that's not really helping other people. But this is the evolution of where I'm at now. The interest in video making and all that there started a long time ago for me. I went way back whenever I was married and supposedly settled down. That's another story for another time. I always had, even as growing up, watching TV and movies, I always had the interest in actually cameras and editing and whatnot. Just had a real taste for the magic of television and movies. So whenever the marriage ended and we went our separate ways, I finally found myself with a little bit of liquid money to actually give it a shot for the first time. This was way back in the early 2000s. We did give it a good shot, but I was working constantly as well. Injured myself, and I was constantly, instead of taking the time, I was down shooting videos, trying to make short movies and that sort of thing. Never actually really taking the time. Now, looking back on that, if I did take the time back then to recover, do the work to build the core whenever I was younger, and a simpler time to do it in my life. The older you get, the harder it is for you to build the muscles as effectively as you could when you were younger. So yes, I really should have put myself first in that moment. The other thing about being unapologetically putting yourself as number one is, if you are like myself right now in the position in life where you're interested in helping other people, you need to, having the last couple of weeks has just shown again, this has taken the wind out of me in a big way as well, mentally, physically. Haven't been in a really good place to be effectively shooting videos and whatnot, and the energy that I would like to do. There's been some ideas that have been floating about in the back of my head where it's actually would be more effective to take the camera, get out into the car, head off somewhere, shoot a video in a place where it would be visually helpful for a video. So I've been floating a few ideas I got there, but now, having injured myself, I'm having to take the time to step back. So that's why I've been mainly either in the studio here or I've been in my kitchen and whatnot doing the little videos. So yeah, making the same mistake over and over again. But if you're not physically in the right place, and if you're not mentally in the right place, it's going to be very difficult to effectively help other people. So you need to put yourself first. What is it to say? You can't pour from an empty cup. So what I need to do now mentally is get that cup filled up again so that I can effectively start to help people. So it is what it is. You need to stop being guilty about it. To go back to the start of the video, people's going to make you feel guilty for doing this sort of thing. And you really should not feel guilty for sorting your own head out first, because if you don't do that, what good are you to other people when it comes to what it is you're trying to do in life? So settle yourself. If you're in a similar situation, whether it be physically or mentally, take the time, chill out. Don't even let the thought of, now for me, I've been trying my hardest not to let this creep in, but life and the way it is now, there's always the financial side of things. Whenever it comes to being off work because of an injury, the income isn't what you want it to be, and that is another form of stress. And I'm trying my hardest now to let it be. It is what it is when it comes to that. If it comes to the stage where I become unemployed or unemployable because of this injury, I need to see that it was on my own shoulders the whole time. Again, back in the early 2000s and the original injury, I had to take the time then. Maybe a completely different story now. So put yourself first. Don't let anybody force you down a road that you know in your heart is wrong for you. Right, I hope this video made sense to you. Right now I'm going to go make some dinner and yeah, chill out.